So, okay, let's start by paying homage to the Buddha. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So second stanzas, second set of stanzas. So in the Dhaniyasuttaṃ, the first stanza is set by the Dhaniyagopā. So, you know, heartsman Dhaniya. But the second stanzas, so replied by the Blessed One. So in this way, one set. So 18 and 19 are one set. So we already learned. Now the second set, So in the second set, the first stanza set by the Dhaniya is here. Andaga Makasana Vajari, Andaga Makasana Vajari. So Kitche Rola Dini Jarandi Gawo. Wote bit Sahiya Magadam, Sahiyu Magadan, Ataji Batayasi Bawisa Dewa. So in the previous two stanzas also only the last part is the same. Here you see. In the 18th, so the last part is Ataji Batayasi Bawisa Dewa. In the second stanza, replying by the Buddha also. Yeah, Ataji Batayasi Bawasa Dewa. And now in the third stanza also. So Ataji Batayasi Bawasa Dewa. Okay, firstly, you know, we will analyze the structure of this stanza. Is here the first line, odd line, Andaga Makasa Na Vajari. So here and so two madra da one ka one ma one ka one. So six madras at the very na wage. So two heavy light heavy or two one two, that is ragana ramija. And the after that, so ja light and re heavy. So lahu and garu. In the even line, in the odd line, at the very beginning there are six madras. After that, yag ragana. After that, lahu and garu. That is the characteristic of the Vedaliya stanza. But in the second line, in the even line, so gachi roll la di. So 8 madras at the very beginning. After that, ne ja ran. Heavy light heavy or 2 1 2, that is ragana. After that, di gawo. That is at the very beginning 8 madras. After that, ragana and the yagana. That is the characteristic of the Abhyachandasaka. So in the third line, so in the odd line, wo tame bi sa. So 6 madras. After that, he, you, ma, heavy light heavy or 2 1 2, that is ragana. After that, here ga light and the dan heavy. So lahu and garu, that is the characteristic of the Vedaliya. After that, in the fourth line or even line, a ta ji ba ta ya. So 8 madras. After that, si ba was, that is ragana. And the sa de wa. Actually, the last one is light, but so it should be considered as a heavy because at the end of the line, badanda garu. So that is rag yagana. So 8 madras, ragana yagana, that is orbit chanda saka. So that is the whole stanza. Line A and C, first line and the third line, or the other way, odd lines are with dahlia, but D and C, B and the D, second line and fourth line, or the other way, even lines are, so orbit chanda saka. So mixing with dahlia and orbit chanda saka, in the odd lines with dahlia, in the even lines, orbit chanda saka. Okay, so now let's analyze the meaning roughly. So, andaka makasana wejari, that is one line. Now wejari is buff, now is a negative. So wejari is actually the same as the santi, wejandi, santi. So actually present tense third person plural, but in this stanza, instead of anti, we can find the re frequently. Wejari is the same as the wejanti. So not wejanti or not sandy, there are no. So andaka makasa. So andaka is flying, makasa is mosquitoes. So there are no flies and mosquitoes roughly. So makasa is clear, it means mosquito. But for the andaka, so here scholar Kianoma translation, get flies. That is the meaning of the andaka. So in the commentary also, here andaka di, so kama mekika, kala mekika. So mekika is flying, kala is black or blue. So that is blue butterfly. Blue butterfly, so bigger one, their colors are very blue. Blue butterflies. So adiwa janan. Or Adam is Bengala Meki Kanan DB AK. Some scholars idea that is Bengala Mekika. Bengala Mekika means get fly. So blue butterfly or get flies. Okay, that is based on the commentary idea. But so according to scholar Kianoma's idea, get flies, he used this one. Okay, so no get flies and mosquitoes are found here. So there are no get flies and there are no flies, get flies and mosquitoes. That's said Daniya Tasman, Idi Daniyo Gopo. And the second line is Bob is here, Jarandi. And the Gawo Jarandi comes went there or go here and there. So kitche rola dini. So kitche. The word kitcha is mostly we familiar with the armpit. Kitcha is armpit. But here no refers to the armpit. It refers to the a land between two mountains, so like the valley, or the other way, a land between two rivers. A land between two rivers, like the island. So kitcha. So here, modified word is rola tine. Rola tine. Tina means grass. Rola means growth. Where? So the grass grows. So that is the word kitcha we can understand here. The island between two rivers. Island. So count the whole sentence. Kache rola tine jarandi gawo. So gawo is here subject. Counts are wandering here and there. So in the land where grass growth. So here Kianoman translation. The counts, past he's used jarandi, the word jarandi, he translates pasture. In the water meadow, in the water meadow where the grass grows lush, much. So why he translate, past Charandi pasture, okay, in the commentary. So here Charandi is Bada Kechan Grondi, Bada Kechan Grondi. They feed, they do eating. Bada Kechan Grondi, they do eating. So those cows are not wandering here and there, actually just eating.
Sorry, Sayadaw.
Okay.
Regarding the word Vijay, now Vijay ready. Why the commentator only shows Nati, not Sandy?
Okay. I will analyze also. Now just focusing on the meaning. When I analyze commentary, I will explain that one widely. Okay. So here Kache Rola Tine Jarandi Kawo, the cows pasture. So do eating. So in the water meadow where the grass grows lush. Okay. And the last line. So that line, sorry. So Wotain be Saheyu Magadan. Wotain actually it should be divided. Wotain be Saheyu Agadan. Wotain be Saheyu Agadan. So those counts Saheyu. Saheyu is objective of the Sahati. So the meaning of the Sahati is here in the commentary. Saheyu is Kameyun. Saheyu is Kameyun. So kamati means can bear, can be patient. So they can endure. They can endure. So here they can endure what? Wotain. Wotain be sahiyo agadan. So the word agadan is modifier to the wotain. Woti means actually rain or raining. So they can bear or they can endure raining. So agadan also modified. So wotain agadan or agadan wotain. So actually, raining. They can endure raining. So ataji. So ataji, even though here the whole stanza here, ataji batayasi bawasa dewa of the rain if you want. So it can rain if you wish. So that means in the idea of the Daniya. So in that place where they live, there are no gadflies or mosquito even raining. So that is why those cows are safe from those enemies. So commonly, when raining, so in the rainy season, those mosquitoes and the gadflies are many. So they can bite, they can disturb, cows, even the human being. But in that place, no, those one, that is safe from those one. And also, kiche rola dine charandi gawo. For the corn also, there are land. In that land, so grass growed much. So enough for the, corns. That is why also those corn can, face raining. So what in their place, it rains heavily, but they don't have anything to eat, and then they will feel difficult. They will suffer, but not like that. So they are staying in the land where grass grow much. So that is why, so no danger from the gadflies and mosquitoes, and also they don't need to worry about food even while raining. So that is why Ataji Batazi Bawasa Dewa, if you want, you can rain. So that is in the Daniya ideas. So okay, here about this story, about this stanza, the introduction. So, Ewan Iman Bhagavata Wotan Gāthā Sodavapi. So, Iman Gāthā. Ewan Iman Gāthā. This one refers to the 19th stanza. So do having heard 19th stanza. So, Agodono, etc. So here, Agodono, Vigada Kiloha Masami, etc. This stanza is said by the Blessed One. So having heard that stanza, in the idea of, so do a Daniyo Gobo, the husband Daniya. So I would, having not said, Go Ayan Gāthā Abasi, who says this stanza? In this, we're not saying, but Dina Subasi Dina Subasina. By hearing that, so Britokto, having been pleased, having been happy. So Punabi again. So the Taruban means such a stanza as the 18th stanza. So Sodu Gamo, oh sorry, here the Taruban Gāthā is such a 19th stanza. So and it more and more. So 1, 2, here Sodu Gamo. That is why Abrambi Gāthā Maha. So another stanza, this 20th stanza said. So that means, when the Nia recite 18th stanza, so as the opposite one, he heard that stanza said by the Blessed One. But at that time, he didn't know, he didn't catch who is, reciting such a stanza. But so he want more learning, he want more hearing. So that is why he want more hearing. So to hear another more stanzas, that is why he said he recites these stanzas. So Anda Magasana, Wejeri, etc. So that in the stanza here, and God is Kamala Mekika or Bingla Mekika. So Kamala Mekika, Kala Mekika means a blue butterfly. Bingla Mekika means gadfly. So two ideas. And the Makasa is Makasa just. So here, not Wejeri explained as a necti. So here, to understand such explanation, so we need to know also 3 types of ati. Three kinds of ati we need to understand in Pāli. So those are the first one is, noun ati, noun form. So like the ati bijio, nati bijio. In the ati bijio, the word form ati is noun form ati. So that means ati in the ati bijio. And the second one is but form. So but form ati, ati standing. So that means, there is. The meaning of ati is there is. And the last one is, so in declining form. So we call the Nibbāda ati. So for the indeclinable form is here, like this form nati. So that indeclinable form is, even though it is, ati is similar as verb form ati, but the meaning is there are. The meaning is there are. So in this way, 3 types of ati in Pāli. So noun form, and the verb form, and the indeclinable form. So here, this nati form is not an ati. So that ati is indeclinable form. The meaning is there are. So not there is. If we take as a verb form at the time, now wageri is will be singular form. So at the time we misunderstand re is that was a singular form. But here in this sense, the subject is andaga magasa, nominated case plural form. So to be consistent, subject and verb.
So Sayadaw, the suffix, the suffix re, they can be singular and plural.
No, re just only plural.
She
Only plural.
No, singular also have, because the bogus means this is she wrote this point. I read that.
Okay, maybe, but in grammarians, so traditional grammarians idea only plural form in the Alkeata.
So I will show you.
Okay. So not arguing to you. I'm just showing the idea of the traditional grammarian.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just wondering. So why the commentator he didn't extend here? Vijare is na ati, and ati here is Nibbāda. So I don't know. If he say, okay, here the ati is Nibbāda, we know that's a plural form, right?
Yeah. So like the in the located absolute construction also, even though subject is plural located case, but verb is just sati as a singular form. So at that time also that sati we can consider as a indeclinable. In the even in Parliament easy, also that one is stressed. So I mean, so root as form is a little bit complicated, even though singular form. So the meaning should be taken as a plural. That point we need to understand.
Yeah, I know that point. Like the ati must mean Nikāya that one is a plural form. But I'm just wondering why the commentator he didn't expand about this point. The ati here is Nibbāda.
Actually, so he is not explaining about the nati or ati. He used that nati in the declinable form, but he explained the wageri. Actually, yeah. So instead of nati, if he say not send it, so very clear to us.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so here not wageri or not sandy.
So hello,
and the Gitche, and here about the Gitche. So Gitche, okay. Yeah.
So rest of it here, this belong to imperative mood or objective mood.
No A, Re form. Re is the secondary form of the anti.
Because we have the three items where optative and imperative also have re suffix, but that is natu into re and eya into re. So if it's derived from the imperative mood, so maybe that is full form. It's natu into re. We can refer to Nituti Dibani Sutta 570, and also we have another form of the optative, the Eya into Re. So we also have read this kind of form.
Okay, so but here, according to its explanation here, Nati is the same as not Santi, not Santu.
So
based on that is
okay, yeah.
Okay.
So in this point, the race suffix in plural form, huh?
Yeah, plural form.
Yeah.
So present tense tabas in plural form, not imperative, not optative, based on the commentator's idea. Here, not Santi. Nati. So that is in the scholar nomin's idea also here. No are here. That means there are no. So that is present form.
Preposition form is from the nati and nate change to re, right? Nati and nate change to re.
So anti.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So I mean, so Vijayandi, but yeah. So Vijay and anti, this anti, and the Vijayari. Okay, so and about the kitcha is a dui kitcha, two types of kitcha. The first one is nadi kitcho. Nadi kitcho means a land between two rivers, that means island, and the babada kitcho, a land between two mountains, that means valley. So two types, but here ida nadi kitcho. So the intended meaning is nadi kitcho, a land, because of this word rola dini. So rola is past participle form of the ruhati growth. Rola it has growth, actually should be has growth. So that is the word rola to understand the meaning. So sinjata, growth or being born or arising. And the charanti is badake jankaranti, not going here and there. So for eating, they go here and there. That is a badake jankaranti. So even though we know that the meaning of the word charanti is go or wander, move about. That is why here, based on that explanation, scholar Kianome also translate pasture. Pasture means those so the herdsmen let those cows eating and going and eating here and there in that land. That means pasture. Okay, and so here wote be sahiya sahiyu magada, wote be sahiyu agada. It should be divided sahiyu agada. So wote, about the wote also. Yeah, voti also wada voti adika aneka voti. So voti is getting up, raising up, or happening. So many types. So that one is expressed in the Alavaka Soti. completely. Reason of raining. So that means raining, the action of raining, happening raining. So what's that obtain? Sandaya woten. And Sahiyong di Kameyong, Season Bagadame, the rest are easy to understand. So Sahiyong is actually so root saha is to bear, and the ayo. So the same as here, it is explained by the Kamiya, Kamadimi, to bear. So in the dictionary, so the word sahadi we can find. The word sahadi. So sahadi is to conquer, to defeat, to overcome, or the other one, to bear, to endure, to overcome. They can overcome, to defeat. Here that person, objective mood, that person plural, potential mood is objective mood, sahiya. But here sahiyo. So in this stanza, the meaning, what should be understood is here, ita daniyo, ye, andaka magasa, sani bedawa, rudi de biwedawa, muhodenewa, gawo, anaya biasana, babu nandi, dasama, woti, madi yewa, de gobalaka, bansu nawa, Sakhahi wa ja marenti. So in the rainy season, so naturally those flies and mosquitoes are become increased, become bombed, many. So sanibedwa they gather and the Rudi Biwanda, Rudida here, Ruhira, Rudira, Lohita, blood. So Rudira in Pāļi, Rudira, Ruhira, and the Rohira, and Lohita, blood. So Biway Dawa, Rudire, Biway Dawa. So biting the cows and the drinking blood of those cows. So Muho Dena Gawo, Anaya Byasanam, Babindi. Because of those gas flying and mosquitoes, those cows, so reach to the destruction, muhodena, in a short time. So they can be just trying, they can be perished. So not how to say, they will be then. Finally, they will die and so on because of lack of blood. Well, too many mosquitoes and gadflies. So that's therefore, so woti madinewa. So when just raining, they go by like those account keepers. So bansuna with the dust, or sakaiwa with the leaves or with the branch of trees. So marine, they kill those. They kill those gadfly and mosquito. That is why. So this abawena, in the absence of those gadflies and mosquito, golden kimatan, and so deep indoor. Golden kimatan, deep indoor. So actually kimatan is the object of the deep indoor. One object. So the safety of those counts, he wants to show the safety of those counts, and also Rola Dina Jarina, by wandering or by eating in the land, so grass, where grass grow much. So Adana Mega gamana, Barisama Bawina. Barisama Bawina. So Adana Mega Barisama Bawina. So Barisama means actually tiredness. Barisama Bawan with the wa or so Kima then also the object of the with the wa also. Actually dependo, the object of dependo also. So Adana Mega means long journey. So Barisama means actually tiredness or weariness, or fatigue. So fatigue because of long journey. So if they live in the land where there is no grass, so at the time those cows need to go far, to eat grass. But they live in the land where the grass grow enough. So that is why. So Bresama Bawon with the having said, so the absence of the weariness because of long journey. And also Khuddaka Nikāya Bawon ja dipendo. Khuddaka Nikāya Bawon ja dipendo. So they are living in the land where the grass grows enough. That is why Khuddaka means hunger. Nikāya means fatigue or weariness, or the absence of. So want to show the absence of hunger and the fatigue. That is why he said this one. Yatha inyisangawo andaka makasa fasehi desa mana. So adana kamanina kilanda Khuddaka milaya mana ika otikami nasaheya nami datagawo. So he went to so the meaning of this stanza. So the other cows belong to the other or landing or stay in the other land where there are no grass enough. So those cows are in his and also those cow keepers does not protect those cows from the Andaka and the Makasa Fasi, those got flying in the mosquitoes. That is why Andaka Makasa Fasi touched by or fat by or affected by the got flying in mosquitoes. So there's that man having seen those cows. And also, so Adana Gamanena Kilanda, those cows are tired because of long journey, long going. And the Khuddaka Milaya Mana. So Milaya Mana, also Milayati is withered. So they are withered, being withered because of hunger. That is why, so they are affected by or they are bitten by the gadfly and mosquitoes. And so they are tired because of long journey. And also they are withered because of hunger. That is why, so Ika Woti Nipa Dambi Nasaheyo, they will not bear or they will not overcome just once raining. Even just once raining. Even once raining, they could not overcome, they could not bear. But Nami Datagawo, my cows are not like that. So my cows are not bitten by the gadflies and mosquitoes, and they not tired because of long journey, don't need to go long journey, and they are not withered because of hunger. So they can eat enough. So that is why Meshambana Gawo Woda Bakara Bawa. So Dwekat Donwa, Dekat Donwa, Wotin be Sahayondi Dibeti. So his counts can overcome even 2 times or 3 times raining. So in this way, this stanza should be understood. Okay.
So Sayadaw, here Ikawuti is refers like the rain. What kind of rain is it? One night or one wasa or something? One time.
Raining once. So in the rainy season, repeatedly rain, but if those counts are, such as suffering, even once raining, they cannot, overcome. Once raining, eka voti nipata. Nipata means falling down. Voti means rain. Eka means once. Okay. Any question about this one? Okay, if no question, let's continue next. So this is replying by the Buddha. So Bhattasi BC Susankada Iti Bhagawa. So they know Paragado Vinaya organ. Ato BC na Vijati. Ato BC na Vijati. I'm by the Blessed One. Okay, firstly, so let's analyze the structure. So here, bad, da, si, bi, sit, madras, and this si, su, san, so ragana, and the lahu, ka, lahu, and da, garu. That is the characteristic of the Vedaliya. And in second line, even line, they know, ba, so sit, madra, ra, ga, so a madra at the beginning, and the do, we, ne. So do we need ragana and your ya organ, that is yagana, ragana, yagana. So a madras at the beginning in the even line, and then after that ragana, yagana, that is opichanda saka. And also here a to b c madras at the beginning in the odd line, after that ya not which. Ya not which. So yana which. Ragana, so heavy, light, heavy. And after that, ja, light. And so the also light, but at the end of, one line, that one should be taken as a group. So lahu guru, that is the characteristic of the Vedaliya. And in the last line, ata, ji, and bata, ya. So a madras, ata, ji, bata, ya, a madras. And the sipa was. And the Sayadaw here, Sayadaw is the last one. What is line, but at the end of the line should be taken as Guru. So that is Yagana. So with Obichana Saka. So the same as the previous stanza. So line A and C are Vedaliya. So that means, so in the odd lines are Vedaliya's characteristic. Line B and D or in the even lines are Obichana Saka characteristics. So now the meaning. Let's check the meaning to understand. So Bhattasi BC Susankada. So Bhattasi. So Bhattasi actually should be divided Bhattasi. Bhattasi. So BC is subject, RC is verb. Bhatta is past participle, or here also subject complement also. So BC also nominated case. Susankada also nominated case. But Da also nominated case. But they are feminine gender because they modify to the BC. Nominated case singular feminine gender like the Nadi. So BC is afloat or a rough. Is Bada. So bind or tied or built, formed. So afloat is formed or bind or built. And the Susankada is, so Bada is past participle of the banditi. Okay. But Yasu Senkata is a past participle form of the su Susan Karoti. Susan Karoti, Sankaroti. Sankaroti, you know, Sankata or Sankara. Sankara, well arranged. Well arranged. So prefix and the sam prefix root is kar. So past participle da. So before the modern scholars are in there, before the ka, you know, sa is silent. So because that sa ka become the ka ka, so why not? Because ka is dropped, so that is why here sinkata. So because of ka negida become the nga, so susinkata. So well prepared, well prepared. So susinkata is modified to the BC. So in the Kahneman, scholar Kahneman translation here, you see, susinkata is well made, well prepared. So a well-made float is in the bada tied together. So tied, bada he translate tied together. So RC is actually past tense. So that is you know bada RC. So but he translate you know past tense, present tense. Bada RC. So RC also here. And RC so ru as and the past tense that past tense singular e because of past tense before the ru is inserted. So these two are become the noun. So RC. So okay, so a well-made float is indeed tied together. So the word indeed and the word together are put by the scholar Kahneman, but in the you know stanza is not included. And also the barangato, so we near organ, and they know also past participle form of the actually the subject aham should be understood here. Aham. So aham they know, and aham baragato, we near organ in this way. So I have crossed over. They know. They know from the dot and the past participle suffix na. So because of ra, na become lingual, and the ra and na become na, and the a become the e. And there's a day na. So cross over. And the baragado have gone to the other shore. Bara means other shore. Baradida means other shore. Have gone to the other shore. So we need organ having overcome. Winya is a gerund form of the we need the gerund form. So we need with prefix root ni. So instead of saying, so base form vineti, base form, after that gerund suffix ya. So here ya becomes double. Vinaya. So having overcome the flood, he has crossed and he reached to the other shore. So that is why Ato Basiya Nawe Jeti. So there is no need of such a float. So Nawe Jeti. So Nawe Jeti is a Wejeti subject, which it is present and double singular, subject is Ato. So Ato Nawe Jeti, there is no need. So Basi, BC, yeah, there is no need of such a float. So only when who has not overcome, or who has not crossed over yet the river, he needs a float or a boat or a raft. So for the one who has overcome, or who has crossed over, he doesn't need. That is why here the Buddha said, I already crossed over, I have come, or I have reached to the other shore. That is why I don't need such a float. So there is no need of such a float. That is why, so Ataji Bhatyasi Bhavasa, even though he already crossed over the river or the Oga, the flood, that is why even though when raining, no problem to him. So Ataji Bhatyasi Bhavasa Deva. So that is roughly meaning. Okay, so here introduction. So that do Bhagawa, that also after that, Bhagawa the blessed one, Yasama Deniyo, Andra Dibi Wasando Bayan Desawa, Konglam Bandit Dawa, so Mahamahin Dare Dawa, and Dankichan Agama, and Soto Agado, and Nebietani Tito Di Minyamano Iwa Maha. So the blessed one, the first stanza is set by the Daniya because, so Daniya is Andra Wasando. Actually, so in the summer season, he lived, but he knows in the rainy season, the blood will overwhelm, the blood will come. So such a danger he sees, having seen. That is when Kolam Bandidwa, he tied the raft, and also so Mahamahi and Redawa crossing over the big river Mahamahi River, and also then Kechan Agama in the other high land between two rivers, Kechan Agama, having reached, having come to that one, and also he think Minya Mano, he thinks in this way, and so to Agado, I have come well, I have come safe. And Nebietani now I am in the safe place, safe land. In this way, he think himself. That is why he said the first stanza, Iwa Maha. But the Buddha knows that. So actually he thinks he lives in the safe place, but Sabayi Iwa so Tani Tito, he lives in the danger land, danger place, because later, so 7 days continuously, it will rain. At that time, his place will be flooded. So that is why not safe, that one. Even though, not flood, so not, overcome by the flood, but so this time, safe, okay. But next year, he need to move to the, lower island and move to the higher island in this way. So again and again, he need to cross over. That is why, so his place, so cannot be set as a safe place. So that's the ma, therefore, so that's So agamana thana atano agamana thana outdarenja banida darenja winendo. So one door to explore. The Buddha want to explore, want to explain. Instead of his safe place, instead of his place. So the Buddha's place is safer, outdarenja, and the banida daran. So Odari Dadan, Banida Dadan, more safe and more excellent, safer and more excellent. So the Buddha went to explain in this way. That is why the Buddha said this stanza. But si bc di iman gata mapasi gata apasi. The Buddha said this stanza. So in the previous stanzas, previous set, 18 and 19, they are related to each other, partly word, but the meaning is opposite. But in this stanza, so such a point we cannot see, but here in commentator give remark. So Ada Sabhagan, no, Vijana Sabhagan. So Atra Sabhagan, Gatan Abasi, no Vijana Sabhagan. So they have the same meaning, but different word, different consonants. They have the same meaning, different consonants. So that stands to go between those two stanzas, different consonants. So the Buddha also have crossed, but the Buddha and Daniya have crossed only Mahi River. The Buddha has crossed, the flood of the samsara. So such a meaning later we'll see. So that so BCD Battery Dawa Butu Lankat Dawa. So Bada Kolo Wojati Loki in the Bada Kolo, wrapped, kind of wrapped. So Battery Dawa by spreading like bamboo or wood, by spreading, and also Butu Lankat Dawa by making flat. And also Bada, they are tied, Bada Kola. So in this way, tying, it is made. So that is a kind of a rough. So that is here BC. But in the idea of the Buddha, so Ariya Sabana Dhamma Vinaye, Ariya Megasida, Adi Vajana. So Dhamma Vinaye in the teachings of the Buddha, or the other way in the idea of the Buddha. So that is Ariya Sa or Ariya Megasa 8 and Adi Vajana. This BC is a name of the Ariya Mega, a noble part. So that is the in Burmese tradition also we say, so making fauno, found me, go, making fauno. In this way, in Myanmar we say, making fauno. So it's same as the Arab. So if we use that Arab, we can cross over the river. So the same way, if we use the Mekinga, so we can cross over, we can overcome the flood of the samsara. So we can reach to the other shore of the Nirvana. So in this way, here figurative sense or metaphorical sense. So BC, in the idea of the Buddha, BC is Mekinga, but in the idea of the Niya, that is just natural rough. Okay, so here, Imayabi Gāthāya Bhagava Purima Nayina Dan Ovadando. So the Buddha want to explain, want to give suggestion or admonishment to him in the previous stanza. So Ima Atan Ahati Vedidabo. This meaning, this sense, said, the Buddha said this sense. So in this way, Vedidabo. So this sense, Ima Atan, this sense is what? So Ima Atan is here from the Daniya to the end. So Daniya, Duang Kolam Bandit Dawa, so Mahin Dare Dawa, Ima, Thana Magado. You have come here by finding or by tying, wrap, and overcoming or having crossed the Mahi. You came here. Buna again, Buna be again. So J de Kolo, your ref, so bandit double. So your so ref is not fixed, not stable. So only this year you can use. Next time you need to tie again. So de Kolo, Buna be bandit double. Jiwa, Boisati. So next year you need to find again. You need to tie again. And also Nadija Daridaba. So Puna be Nadija Daridaba. Next year or next year. So you need to cross over the river again and again. So that is why Naja Id and Tan came. That is why your safe cannot be said as the safe place. Id and Tan not came. Mayabana, but for me, by me. So Eka Jade, any single Jada, single consciousness. So making Gani, Samoda Nidawa, Samoda Neti, make including Samoda Neti. So make it associated those making us into the single Jada. That is like the Arhada Mega Jada. And the Nyana Bandina Bandit. So that making Gani. So actually, in this case, subject is omitted. Bada ahosi. Bada is actually BC. BC bada ahosi. So a float of or a ref of bada ahosi was timed by me. So with the time of knowledge, the knowledge of Arhata Mega. So having been associated, having led associated those part of Mega in the single Jada, that is Arhata Mega Jada. In this way, I have timed the float up or wrap up the Mega. And saw that float or that wrapped is so Sattva body Bekiya Dhamma Briya Bona Daya, because so Briya Bona may accomplish or completed or so completely included. So Sattva body Bekiya Dhamma. So 37 enlightenment factor. So faculties are also completely, entirely included in the wrapped, because that. So Eka Rasa Bhauba Gadada. So they have the same function, a single function. Eka Rasa. Rasa is a function or taste. Eka Rasa Bhava Upagadada. So they having Upagada is actually approaching and leading to the single function. So that is why Inya Minya Anadi Wadena. So Anadi Wadame, make it opposite, make it fight. Inya Minya Anawadina. So Adi Wadime overcome Inya Minya each other. So not overcoming each other. So that means making being united. Inya Minya Anadi Wadena. So literal sense is not overcoming each other. That means being united. So that is why Buna, so Bandit Daba Bayojana Bawena. So therefore, so there is no Bayojana Abawa. There is no the result of or Bayojana here function. There is no function or there is no duty Bandit Daba to be tied again. There is no duty to tie. So in the world, human being and deities, anyone so cannot make that float or wrap, released or loosed. Cannot lose. That is why it is susankada, well made, well arranged, well prepared. Because anyone cannot, let it loose. So daya, by that float or by that wrapped, so jami they know, so ja and me they know, so they know and me. So I have crossed over. They know and me. So both be bati dan dida batisankato. The meaning of they know is I have crossed over me. Both be in the previous life or previously, I wish the dida batisan that land to go. So I reach there. Kato, I have go there. I have go that place, dida batisan, part of the other shore. Bati dan, wish fine. I wish in the previous. I wish previously. So that means they know. So I have reached to the other shore. And get chan be, even though while going, when even going there, it is not like the soda banana, etc. So jana soda banana deyo wiya. Not like the soda banana, etc. So soda banana is to the past three winner passing actually has crossed over, but so this life, the other life, or to the other life. So he has 7 times to go here and there. But the Buddha is not like, so Genji Dewa Badisan Gado, not going any part of place. So attack or indeed. So Bara Gado, going to the other shore. So Bara means what? Sabba Sawa Kayan. So which is destruction of the all taints. Sabba Asawa Kaya. And the Sabba Dhamma Paran, which is the other shore of the all phenomena. So the Buddha entered to the complete Nibbana, Pari-Nibbana. So at that time, no phenomena can arise him. So that is at that place, or that one is other shore of the all Dhamma. And the Brahman, the highest, and K-man safe. So Nibbana, Gado, so Nibbana. So Baragado. Baragado is Baraman, K-man, Nibbana. So Baragado, Bara means other shore is here, Baraman, K-man, Nibbana. Having gone to the Nibbana. So another explanation, they know why. They know mean having, so the meaning of they know is they know mean, so Sabinyudan back door, attaining Sabinyudan Jnana, the omniscience knowledge. And Baragado mean, so Arhatan back door. So if we say they know Baragado, the other, Banuriya Sariputta, Banuriya Moggallana, Banuriya Mahakāssapa, they are arahants. They also, have crossed over or reached to the other shore. The Buddha also, but different. So that is to be different from the that one. So they not refers to the attaining Sabinyuda Jnana. Baragado refers to the attaining Arhata Mega Jnana. So Sabinyuda Jnana and the Asavakya Jnana. Asavakya Jnana means Arhata Jnana. That is in the previous years, understand. So when the Daniya cross over and reach to the other shore, which one he has overcome. So actually, he has overcome the river. But in the idea of the Buddha, which one the Buddha has overcome? Which one has the Buddha overcome? So that is right here. Kevinaya having overcome what? So Baragado, he reached to the other shore. So Jimmy, if asked in this way, Jimmy, if asked in this way, so we need organ having overcome the flat. So Oga flat is what? And the Kamo Gadi, Chadobidan organ, so Kamoga, Bawoga, Detoga, Huijoga, so flat of Oga or flat of Sansara, so Kama, Bawa, Deity, and the Aweja. So having overcome such a flat, so the radio Adekama overcome. And the Dambara Gado, the such a short of the Nibbana, he has gone. So in this way we need to understand. So Ida Nija Bana, but here, so me, Buna, so Daridaba Bawa Do. So now to the Buddha, for me, so Buna Daridaba Bawa Do, because so there is no the duty to cross over again. That is when the Buddha said, Ato Basiya Nawajadi. He already overcome finally. So he does not need overcome or cross over that river again. That is why that ref is not necessary. No need to use again by the Buddha. So that is an Ato Bisiya Nawajadi. So that's Sama. Therefore, so Mamiwa Yodan Wodan Atoji Bhattayasi Bawasa Deva. That is why a speech Atoji Bhattayasi Bawada said by me is, suitable or acceptable or reliable. You are saying it's not complete, not completely right, because you need to face. So you need to face suffering because of raining. So in this way, the Buddha want to say, the Buddha want to explain to the Dhaniya. That is why the Buddha said this stanza. So, okay, any question?
So Sayadaw, could you please go back to the stanza? So regarding the susankata, is it the verb is susankarodi?
Susan.
I couldn't find.
No, not Sankarodi maybe.
Because I couldn't find this verb.
So some words are, cannot be found as a verb form, only as a noun form also.
But sankarodi, yes, they have sankarodi.
Yeah, actually sankarodi should be.
Sankarodi means put together, or prepare, or walk, or something like that.
Put together, so well made.
Okay, and the here ato bisiya na vijadi. Here the bisiya is a genitive case.
Actually, so not genitive case, instrumental case.
Instrument case.
Yes.
Why is it instrumental?
Yeah.
It's the benefit of the rap.
That is the usage of the, at all.
Okay, instrumental.
One example, Manina me at all. So me is dative case. So because of the dawa at all, we need to use a past tense with the dative case. I think what we need is instrumental case. In the Karaka also, you will see later. But in the BAB also, I already explained that one. Because of at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Manina me at. So literal meaning. So that is different between two languages. Literature between two languages. So ato is actually need. So need to me with Ruby. That is according to English, word by word translation, but not. The meaning is so need of Ruby. So for me, or actually for me, so I am in need of Ruby. So that means I want Ruby. So we cannot compare English and Pali in this structure exactly. Okay.
Hi,
Any question,
Sayadaw.
Mom?
Yes, I have a question. Yeah, about the formation of the word. Where is that? Yeah. Susankata. So you said here that the root is kar. So it's in Sanskrit. It's kri. So where is the insertion? The s. What is that s? Sayadaw?
So you know, in the Sanskrit grammar, not in Pali grammar. In Pali grammar, the ruka is changed to the ka, so directly it is explained. But in Sanskrit grammar,
and this is called a mobile s.
So okay, the one is so when yeah, mobile s, right. I forgot that term. So they call the mobile sankara and also Barekara, that is from the root gar, but because of that mobile s, so saka becomes gaka and the triple consonant, so negida gaka, so ka is dropped. So in this way they explained it. But in Pali, you know, so apu soda, big soda, in this way explained by in traditional Pali grammar.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Mobile s. So not only sa, but also, you know, ta also, like the this form, you know, Badija Jaran form, Badija or Itja and so much. Badija Samubada, that is Jaran form. So that is in the root E and the Jaran suffix ya. So before the ya also commonly so mobile ta. So that becomes the jaja in this way. Badija. Badija and the Keja, Karitia, Keja. So mobile ja and mobile ta in this way explained. Okay. Anything else?
It's okay, Sayadaw.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
So
you, Sayadaw.
let's stop
Thank
today.
you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu.
Sayadaw.